Why is Texas playing Alabama?
Why is game day there? Why is this the big matchup of the week? Listen, I look at this Texas team and you look at what Sark has done in their recruiting class, and it's like you can feel some momentum, but it's the same thing as what we were just talking about with Tennessee, where your trust has been broken, where you've been sold this thing for so many years, but it hasn't come to fruition. I think Bama's going to win. I think Bama's just got too much manpower, too much experience. I'm not solving quantum physics by saying that. But for Texas, there's a lot you can find out about this team here. Now, you have your playmaker, Bijan Robinson. You have your receiver in Xavier Worthy. You have a young offensive line and a young quarterback. I don't need you to play a perfect game, but I want to see how my guys respond to a big test. Are you hungry for the opportunity? Do you blink tackles when you get the chance to block Will Anderson? Are you saying, Coach, I know I messed up that rep. I want another one because I know I can block him. Or are you shying away from the opportunity? That finds out about the character and the DNA, which you can project forward. Hey, this team has some guys that they think they can win with. Again, I think Bama wins, but how does Texas play them in the game is going to tell me a lot.
All right. So Trevor, I'm going to get to you because I have a very specific question for you, but I want to do this. Here's what I want to do. I want to go Jake, and then I want Trevor to follow up right. Actually, you know what? I want Trevor to answer. Jake, then you follow behind him. And then I'm going to get to my specific question for you, Trevor.
Okay.
What does success look like for Texas in a loss against Alabama?
Is there success in a loss? Yes. They're going to talk about it in their meeting rooms, but I don't see how they're going to pull much success from this football game, unfortunately. Okay. If I was a betting man, go on to BetRivers right now and hammer Alabama against whatever the line is. I think it's 20 plus points at this point. Yeah. We'll see where it lines up at game day. I would hammer it. I don't believe in Texas at all. I don't believe in their quarterback. And I know he's a great kid, but Quinn Ewers is not the answer there. And he won't be by the end of the season, in my opinion. And I think the problems, and I've said this for a couple of years, the problems at the University of Texas go so far past what the men in that locker room, from a coaching staff to the players to the strength staff to the nutritionist. It goes so much past them. Wow. It goes to the athletic director's office. It goes to the university as a whole, and it goes to the fans. I'm even going to call out the fans because it is a systemic issue in Austin. They get top recruits every year. Listen to this stat real quick. I'm going to throw this out there. The last offensive player from the University of Texas to get drafted in the first round. Now, I know this doesn't mean wins and losses, but the last offensive player to get drafted in the first round from the University of Texas was Vince Young, 16 years ago. The last first-round draft pick they had, period, was 7 years ago. This is the University of Texas. They've got all the money in the world. They get 5 stars, 4 stars, and they just haven't been able to develop them and turn it into a good product on the field. And so the reason they put this game, to answer your original question, is because it is 2 big logos, right? It's Sark versus his mentor. There are
plastic uniforms.
There's some decent storylines. Unfortunately, Texas isn't holding up their end of the bargain.
I mean, it's interesting you thought of that because I was going to bring up the last time they had a guy with double-digit sacks, it was Jackson Jeffcoat. And that's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. That's 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. So, Jake, you tell me, like, what does success look like for Texas in this football game, win or lose? If they lose, what does success look like?
I want to just say real quick, Trevor, everything you just said about this is a systematic thing is a bit concerning because for a while I've questioned the fact that you're bringing in top recruits, but you're not seeing results. Everything you said, I mean, it would make sense. I don't know much about the program.
Florida State's had the same problem, right?
No doubt.
As in terms of success, like I think, you can turn on the tape I remember when I was a young player at Michigan, and I didn't know that I was supposed to, there were certain things I might have been naive about. I just knew when I wasn't starting, I wanted my chance. I was hungry for it. I was going through practice, and Frank Clark, who's a $100 million defensive end for the Chiefs, would kick my ass. And I'm like, man, I want to go again. I want to go again. I'm playing on scout team, and I'm going against our starting defense. I'm like, I want the ball right now. Like, I want it. And that shows up on tape. We've said it. Bama's going to win this game and win it handily. But when you turn on the tape, do you see some of these young pieces hungry for their opportunities, not shying away from the big moment, coming back and maybe making a play here and there when the opportunity presents itself? Then you could say, all right, hey, listen, we have pieces that we can build upon going forward. I'd say that is one of the big things you'd look for if you're Texas.
All right, so I'm gonna ask this now because I want to get this from you, Trevor. You're on the short list of quarterbacks that have beaten the Tide, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, and you already, I guess you kind of gave it away that you don't trust Quinn Ewers. But like, what do you have to do against this defense to like have success?
Well, yes, I had the chance as a freshman to go and play against an Alabama team that, for all intents and purposes, should have won a second, third, fourth national championship in a row, whatever it was at the time. The only reason they weren't in the national championship that year was because of the kick six, which is a phenomenal football game,
right?
And a phenomenal play in history. Now, they were star-studded, man. I mean, they had dudes top to bottom, as they always do. We went out there that night, and not just on offense, not just on defense, but also on special teams, played dang near perfect. And that's what it took. But the reason that we were able to be successful on offense was because we developed a plan. I thought our coaching staff developed a plan that was perfect to what Alabama was running on defense. All right. It was Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart was the defensive coordinator. They had it dialed up. It was, hey, let's hope that they stay with this plan because we feel like we've got a really good plan for it. Jake, you know this, both you guys know this from playing ball. You have your top 10 plays that you go through in your meetings leading up to the game. And if everything goes perfectly in the game, ideally you would run through those top 10 plays. I think we got through the first 9 at least in that football game because we were just staying on schedule and rolling. So in order for Quinn Ewers specifically to be successful in this game, he's got to stay on schedule. He's got to stay ahead of the chains. Jake, to your point, he's got to go out there and he's got to want it again. He's going to get hit in the teeth by Will Anderson. I want him to get up and say, come at me again. I want him to throw an out route and just miss it, come out the next one and just bang it right on the guy's chest.
Yes.
If I see that demeanor out of him, that's going to be something that's going to be a great takeaway, but they're going to have to play dang near perfect in this football game to have a chance to win.
Is perfect good enough?
Probably not.
Probably not. Not in this one. That's what I'm saying. BetRivers, dude, go download the app, go online, hammer Bama. You're going to win some money.
Bama's like a freight train. Like, what are you going to lay like a brick wall on train? Like that freight train's coming and it doesn't care what's in its way. And I'll tell you one thing. The standard at Bama is a national championship win. Last year was a failure in their eyes. So they're hungry.
What's going on, guys? Rob Doster here, the founder of the Field of 68 and the Field of 12 Media Networks. I wanted to take a quick minute to let you guys know about an exciting new project that we have been working on for the last 3 months. The Almanac, an all-encompassing preview of the 2022-23 college basketball season. We spoke with every single Division I head coach to give you a robust and accurate preview for all 363 Division I college basketball teams. We have predictions for conference finishes for all 32 leagues. We have features on the best freshmen, the best big men, the breakout stars, the coaches on the hot seat, so much more. It is 600,000 words of sheer happiness for the college basketball fan. in your life. The Almanac is going to be available for digital purchase on September 26th for just $19.99, but you can pre-order it today using the promo code HOOPS and save 20%. Just hit the link in the description below.